Yes, people, we're back for JG's Fight Talk. And here we are at the main event. David Avanesyan versus Josh Kelly for the European Welterweight Championship of the world. And with me, I have, as always, my trusty sidekick, Ender the Lion. How you doing, Ender?
Hey! And look what I found this time. It's South African underpants that they were wearing when they won the Rugby World Cup.
Are they pants?
Yeah, they're from Aussie Bum.
It's you bought a pair of South African pants.
So the next time I'm on the beach in Barcelona with all the pretty men, I will be shaking my ass, shaking that ass. Anyway.
Bloody hell, people don't know what they're signing up for, do they? Right, so David Avanesyan versus Josh Kelly.
Or as I like to call it, David Kelly.
How do you see it going?
Avanesyan is going to expose Josh Kelly.
Yeah. Is it going all the way, or is it going to be...
If it goes all the way, Kelly's going to win because English judges are corrupt. But if it doesn't, Avanesyan's going to end him, and hopefully he will. Hopefully in 6, because then I win more money.
Okay. Well, based on that, we're going to go straight to this first, and then we're going straight into round 1. So stay with us, people. Right. They're just in their respective corners. Get the last bit of fluids. Here we go.
They're out.
Bell rings, off we go.
I'm about 15 seconds ahead of you now.
Are you?
Yep.
Well.
Can you move yours on to live?
I am live.
Are you sure?
It doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter.
It's just the fact that you'll scream and yell before, and then you'll just tell me what happens.
Yeah, Josh Kelly is dead.
To be fair, it's not quite like when we watch the football, though, is it? When we get like
2.5 minutes.
When we get it staggered across 6 people, and we get 6 different reactions before we've even got to the.
Yeah, that's why I don't like lives that aren't.
But to be fair, this hasn't been too bad at all, is it?
No, because up to now we've been fairly close.
Yeah.
Did you reboot? Did you restart your browser for the screen? No.
What, for the 5?
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, you didn't. Why do you lie? You sit on a throne of lies.
I'm not lying.
So you're telling me you restarted the browser before this fight?
Yeah, because I've moved into this room and I've started a different
that's true. Maybe the internet's crappier in this room.
But, yeah. As you say, David Avanesyan's taking the centre of the ring as always. And, we shall see how this fight pans out. It's just going to be...
Kelly threw a hook there and completely hit fresh air.
The first round is going to be a case of,
Why does Josh Kelly have Olympic rings? I don't remember him competing in the Olympics.
Yeah, he did, I think.
Did he?
I believe so.
Well, because
I'll let you do the studying.
Well, I can't because my phone is me and my MacBook is the screen, so I have no additional technology to find the answer. So, if did Josh Kelly compete in the Olympics? If you know the answer,
write it in the comments. Send it in the comments, and we'll go from there. As you can see on here, we've got Mr. Arsenal Podcast that's joined us. Big up, boys. Big up, guys. Thanks for joining us. It's nice to see you, mate. He's put, "Are we in sync?" Which is an absolute piss take because we never are when we're watching the football. Laugh out loud.
Bye.
We've got When in Doubt, Wing It is back with us. Looks a tough fight. Yeah, I think it'll be an interesting fight.
I don't think it'll be tough. The last fight was tough. This is going to be more...
To be fair, the last 2 fights were tough. I think this one is going to be a case of boxing ability. We shall see.
Right, who did you give the first round to?
As we say, Ender is pretty much going with David Avanesyan, and randomly we're actually agreeing. So we shall see.
So who did you give the first round to?
Well, I don't
I
do
actually,
draws. I
I
don't do
actually
draws.
think Kelly.
I don't do draws because you don't allow me to. But I was going to go Josh Kelly.
Well, I'm going Josh Kelly as well. Funnily enough,
Blimey.
I thought he was. I thought he had the cleaner punches and he was the more stylish boxer. Therefore, I'm giving him that round.
And he pushed it, didn't he, as well?
Yeah, that's what I mean. Like, I mean, I am nothing if I'm not fair. I'm driven by my inherent fairness. If I felt I wasn't being fair, I'd stop. Even though I want Avanesyan to win, Kelly won that round for me. And it was a close round, like.
Yeah, no, definitely. Well, we've got when in doubt, wing it. As I say,
Josh Kelly,
if you haven't subscribed to the channel and liked the videos,
then what the fuck are you doing?
Just do
like
it.
Jesus Christ. We've had to change jerseys and t-shirts and underwear, and you can't click a fucking button. Come on, guys. The finger is on the button.
It's all good. It's all good. As I say, there's plenty of interviews and stuff from other boxers from last week. We've got more interviews coming next week, which is even better.
Like and subscribe for more.
Yeah, me and Ender
turn on notifications because then you'll know when Pretty Boy is doing more interviews.
Me and Ender will be doing a review show next week. And also we're going to be covering Canelo, Parker. I think there's another one next week, isn't there? But we're doing Canelo and Parker next weekend. So
are you staying up for the Mexican fight tonight?
No.
Oh yeah, because you've got a wife and kids and a life, not like me.
Well, no, I'm going to be knackered tomorrow, to be honest.
I'm knackered, but hey.
But hey, we'll go with it. We've got more comments coming in. We've got, hang on a minute before we do that one. We've got Tommy, 2015, Josh Kelly went into the Summer Olympics.
There was no Olympics in 2015.
Yeah, there wasn't.
That's what it said on there.
Oh, that's what it said on Google.
That's wrong. Was it the Junior Olympics? Was it the Junior Olympics?
It could have been.
Yeah, because I think he may have been, but that's bollocks.
What I'll do is
2015 European Games.
Oh, European Games.
Yeah, they ain't Olympics, honey.
That's okay. Thank you anyway. At least we have someone looking into stuff because we really can't be bothered. When in doubt, doing now, stay calm, done, Billy Joe, told you. Interesting comments all in a row there that made no sense at all. So
is he doing like Trump when he was doing his dementia test? Oh, what a clip there from Avanesyan. That was a wonderful hook by Avanesyan.
Well,
oh my Christ, look at Kelly's head.
I know, Josh Kelly split open. He's got blood pouring from somewhere on the back of his
ear. Did you not see that shot from Avanesyan? It absolutely bounced off the back of his ear.
That's to be fair, that's pouring some, isn't it?
Yeah, Avanesyan's getting this round.
Yeah, that's an Avanesyan round. As
it was a more convincing round than Kelly's first round.
To go. On Enders, we're probably already in the third round.
No, it's the end of the second round. I'm only 10 seconds ahead.
That does look nasty. He's been caught really. Yeah, it doesn't look good.
Oh, look at Avanesyan struck to the corner. Yes. You ain't so pretty now, boy. All that blood.
Well, so you're going Avanesyan on that one then?
I think Avanesyan won that with an absolute cracking overhead right.
Because his eyes starting to swell, and he's just covered in it, isn't he? I think it's behind the left ear, isn't it? So
yeah. Because it was an overhead right, and
cool. I tell you, Josh caught him flush though.
Yeah, they're showing a lot of Josh Kelly. Where's the big Avanesyan one? There it is. But no, he was bleeding before that. So where did that blood come from?
Cool, I tell you, Avanesyan did really well to keep his feet there.
But I found that
that punch.
The highlight reel was a bit biased toward Kelly there.
That's a horrible punch.
Anyway, we're in round 3. We have even. I probably have Josh Kelly 2 rounds up, but I don't care.
Yeah, good fight so far.
Good fight so far, David Kelly.
Josh Kelly.
I know. You've got David Avanesyan and Josh Kelly together, mate. David Kelly. Where's your weapons of mass destruction? I tell you, David Avanesyan has weapons of mass destruction.
We've got some more comments coming in. We've got Rachel, Josh Kelly needs a cuddle, and we've got when in doubt, wing it. I agree, boys. He's with us. He's with us.
Oh, another cracker from David Avanesyan. Kelly's in a fight, boys.
Do you think we should just call him Dave? Don't you just think that'd be easier?
Well, his name's not Dave, it's David. He's not English. Call me Dave.
We'll call him Dave.
I'll call him David Avanesyan.
Okay, it's my show, it's Dave.
Yeah, but they're coming to see me.
Well, I have to say, God, there's some shots landing here.
Oh, Jesus. In fairness to the boys, this is a cracker.
Yeah,
Kelly's covered in blood.
At the start of this fight, we basically said it was going to be one of those where it's not going to be as good as the others, and yeah.
Kelly's got his big balls out tonight.
It's round here, isn't it, Ender?
Yeah, it's just the back of the ear. It's an excellent punch to catch someone with.
Yeah, it's nasty, but good fight.
Oh, there's another great punch by Kelly.
I have to say, Kelly's landing some great shots.
He is landing some great shots, but the harder shots are coming from Avanesyan. Or Dive, as you like to call him. Call me Dive. Grow up, Dive. Dive and Joel got into the pub drinking Stella.
That's Stella. that's my dad's name, Dave. So shout out to my dad.
Shout out to Big Dave.
Well, he's
he must
smaller
have great genes to create Joel because he's a pretty boy.
Hang on, we've got some more comments here. We've got when in doubt, wing it. Rare to see two southpaws. Yeah,
I actually didn't cop they were both southpaw. Thanks. Oh, another great shot from Kelly there.
They keep reverting, don't they? They keep swapping, so it's made it a bit more awkward.
Are they natural southpaws? Because I have a big issue. I have a big issue with right-handed people fighting southpaws.
Sudocrem will sort that cut out. I don't know if the corner man's got a tub of that, but
I think you'll find the only thing Sudocrem's any good for is nappy rash.
Cool, I'll tell you, some brilliant punches landing.
But Sudocrem's Irish, you know that. Sudocrem was created and made in Ireland.
Oh,
it's an Irish invention, Sudocrem. There
anyway,
you go.
Thank you.
Who are you giving that round to?
Avanesyan.
And I'm giving it to Kelly.
Really?
Yes. Bet you didn't think I would, but I am.
Oh, well, I'll give it to Kelly then.
No, stick with your Jesus Christ, man. You made a fucking decision. Stick by it.
Hang on. Right.
Grow a pair of balls.
I have, and here's Tommy. Get a hook. Speaking of balls, get a hook on that ear.
And that'll be a good right hook, and that's all she wrote.
That's he'll just have one ear.
Joel, you need to grow a pair of balls to fill my shorts.
I'm not putting my balls in your shorts. Rachel Green, my wife. I love anything Irish.
Okay, I do the fight for free.
There you go. And when in doubt,
50-50 round.
50-50
you have to give it to someone, and that's why we're split. So it's a good decision that we're split.
To be fair, though, I think that's the good thing, is that when in doubt, wing it is just going to he's going to sit on the fence if we both come out with different things.
No, Winglet's given his view, but Winglet's obviously not brave enough to call it a round. That's not my problem.
That's just his view, isn't it? That's just his view. And Tommy has asked if you could say 33 tree.
33 threes.
Oh,
You'd have to 33 teas in the third. Where's my potatoes?
Well, there you go. And yeah.
33 threes.
Anyway, moving on to the fight. We're in round 4.
Kelly's looking well here.
Nearly 2 minutes gone.
He's picking and moving.
I have to say, when in doubt, wing it is just laughing. He's clearly enjoying
33 trees.
And yeah, it's
33 phrase. 33 phrase.
Josh Kelly is
He is
moving
doing well.
He is moving well, I have to
And
say.
he's getting this round. I don't know about you, but he's getting it for me.
Yeah.
I mean,
Avanesyan throws some absolute punches, though, doesn't he? He's a tough guy.
He's the stylish fighter. Obviously, Avanesyan is the more powerful fighter, but Kelly is the better boxer.
Are you changing your view on Kelly at the moment then?
No, I'm saying Kelly is proving he has the cojones, and that's what I was questioning. Did he have the cojones? And it looks like he's answered that question. He burst my ear. I'm still going. I'm still dancing on my toes. And that's why I'm giving those rounds to David Kelly.
We've got another one here. Josh by KO.
Josh and Kano and anything, love. That Avanesyan don't look like he's going to be knocked down by a train.
No.
And he's the much bigger puncher. In fairness,
let's be honest. If we look at the second round, the punch that Josh threw and it landed, and Avanesyan took a back step, and then he came straight back again.
Oh,
and that
like nothing against Josh, but he's feather fisted compared to what we've seen tonight and his opponent.
Pillow fists, as they call them.
Well, feather fisted is better alliteration. Pillow fists, doesn't work.
No, that's what Tyson Fury kept calling himself, didn't he?
Tyson Fury said a lot of things. I don't know whether he was on the cocaine at the time.
Well, there we go.
I'm sure he knows someone that could get him lots of cocaine, though.
We're last 10 seconds.
We're over in Ireland, and I give that to Josh Kelly.
Yep. I can't believe this, but I'm actually agreeing with you a lot tonight.
Of course you're agreeing with me because you're afraid to disagree with me.
No, not at all. Not at all.
I mean, Kelly, Avanesyan. No, Kelly. Stick.
So if anyone has just joined us...
Look at me.
If anyone has just joined us, you haven't joined the funny farm. You've joined JG's Fight Talk with me, Joel, and this is Ender.
Sponsored by Xanax.
You might be, but I'm sponsored by Rich's Boxing and Boxing Pin Badges, which are available on Twitter. So go and give them a look. They're great people, aren't they?
So what is it at?
Boxing Pins.
At Boxing Pins. At BOXINGPINS, yes?
Yep.
Right, follow that.
Yep. Also, if you are watching the channel for the first time, you can subscribe, like the videos. There's plenty of videos.
And tell Joel he needs to
Wait a minute. Loads of interviews, more interviews coming next week. We've got me and Ender doing a review next week for the first time ever. We're also doing Canelo next week.
We'll be doing Canelo.
Which is, I bet you would. And about 5 o'clock in the morning. About 5 o'clock in the morning, and we're doing Parker, which I'm not sure what time that one is yet, because it's in New Zealand, isn't it?
Well, they're 11 hours ahead, so it'll probably be at lunchtime.
Okay, I'll take that. So
or early morning.
Yeah, so we're into the 5th round.
Yeah.
Coming up 2 minutes 15.
Avanesyan came out fighting in this round.
I'll tell you, Josh Kelly's very light on his feet, isn't he?
But he is the better style. He's stylish and he's on his toes. He's a boxer, whereas the other guy's clearly a puncher.
Yeah.
And he came out all guns blazing. So the first half of the round. Sorry, excuse me. While you were promoting your channel, I was giving to Avanesyan.
Yeah, no, definitely.
You can do 2 things at once. I can't. I think it was my 3 brain surgeries, but I can only do 1 thing at a time. So if you're talking and I'm listening to you, I can't pay attention to television. I can't.
All right, you're doing all right.
I know.
Well,
I don't need your fucking approval. All right, sweetheart.
Avanesyan literally had him pinned against the ropes, but Josh has sort of, fought his way off the ropes. Good shots to the body there. But Avanesyan's got some nasty uppercuts when they're up close.
Yeah. But in fairness to Josh, he is taking more than I thought he'd be able to take. So I doff my cap to Mr. Josh Kelly.
I tell you, the right eye's starting to go though, isn't it?
He's going to be stopped in the later rounds.
Yeah, he's got to be careful. He's got to start guarding more.
You know,
Because
and Avanesyan knows about the elbows. Like he's not afraid to leave the follow through with the elbow, which is a very clever boxer tactic.
I've noticed that.
But I mean, that's a boxer. That's a puncher's tactic. You know, a fighter. I mean,
Well,
Kelly's
a lot of
a
them do
stylish
it.
boy.
A lot of them do it now. So
Oh well, I mean, that's what you do. It's called competitive advantage.
yeah.
It's like when Harry Kane sticks his feet into an opponent and dives into the ground.
Yeah. Hang on, we've got some more comments here.
You go get the comments.
Mr. Arsenal podcast. Hello, Rachel. She says hello. She sat next to me.
Rachel's doing her own channel. You have to pay extra. Get your credit card.
Yeah, exactly. And if you want to Rachel, pay extra. It's not a problem.
Do you think this fight could beat the last fight? No, I don't. Why? Because the other fight had two power punchers. This is a power puncher against a boxer. So it's very different.
Personally, I don't think this beats Robbie Davies Jr. and Gabriel Venezuela either, because that was full of heart. That fight.
That fight was full of heart. Now, in fairness, Joshua is full of heart, and this Josh Kelly. Sorry, Joshua. The links effect.
But to be fair, Josh is giving more. I think when it got to the point where Robbie Davies Jr. it was just running on heart, wasn't it?
Yeah, but Robbie Davies Jr. wouldn't be to the level that Josh Kelly is, to be fair.
Yeah.
Like Josh Kelly is a very accomplished boxer.
Very good fight. When in doubt, wing it. David Avanesyan on that round. He did.
He certainly did.
Three of us have agreed.
I think we've been fairly, and even the 50-50s, if we say something different, we can both acknowledge why that was given that way.
Yeah.
And then you drop your bollocks and run over to my side. No, stick with what you said.
I only said it for a laugh.
Sure, Jan.
Rachel Green, hello back. That's nice that they've got a nice little thing going.
Okay, I've just realised your wife is a character out of Friends.
Yeah. But my wife's better looking.
Than Jennifer Aniston?
Yeah, 100%.
Oh, yeah, you're married to her. Yeah, sure.
Yeah, and she's in striking distance.
I would fear a punch from your wife more than Jennifer Aniston because she'd probably break a little twig insect. Like Jennifer Aniston looks like she's made of twigs. She's that delicate. She'd fold like paper. Oh, that was a lovely punch from Avanesyan.
We've had some names tonight, haven't we?
We've had, and Fisher's been one of them that I've used. Have I called either of these boxers Fisher?
You know what? We had Cesar Juarez. We've had Gabriel Venezuela. We had Florian Marcoux, and now we've got David Avanesyan.
That's not a difficult name. Josh Kelly's as hard as David Avanesyan.
Well, yes, because you keep calling him David Kelly.
I haven't. That was like one time.
Oh, we've got Mr. Arsenal podcast. Hello, Ryan. Just a shout out.
Why is it taking place in Gibraltar? WADA apparently don't go to Gibraltar.
Just to say, shout out to Mr. Arsenal podcast. Does a great show as well.
Sorry. Josh Kelly's getting a standing count.
What's your thoughts on Dillian White's rematch fight? Is it to take place in Gibraltar?
Josh Kelly got a standing count there while you were reading out that.
Oh, I'm glad you're watching it. I'm reading the comments.
I know.
It's gone to Gibraltar.
And it's over. Thrown in the towel. Josh Kelly is beaten in round what? Was that round 6 or round 7?
Yeah, 6.
6. I said 6. I don't know if it was 6.
49 seconds of round 6 left to go.
But I have to say, fair balls to David.
His head's bad. That looks bad.
Oh, it is. But fair balls to Josh Kelly, not David Kelly, for sticking with it.
That looks deep because every time they wipe it, it's just pouring back out again. I hope he's okay.
Who's Avanesyan calling out? Ben, is it?
It could be because he's. They're all the same weight, aren't they?
Yeah. And the two boys before that, are they the same weight as well? Because they look twice the size of them.
If you turn your microphone off a second and see who he's shouting at, and you can turn your telly on. That wasn't to keep it quiet. Thanks for that. I could see that on the screen. And let him have his brownie points tonight. Oh, thanks, mate. When in doubt, wing it. Here we go. To be fair, that was a nasty cut. Really nasty cut, to be fair, wasn't it, Ender?
Yeah, I know it's on in the background, but I just want to come in there. Fair play to Josh Kelly.
Be careful. You'll get me kicked.
What?
You'll get me kicked.
For having it live in the background. Right. Sound gone because it's only that wanker that I don't like anyway.
But as we say, you know, what a card tonight. You know, me and Ender basically said it was going to be a Avanesyan win. Personally, I thought it was going to be in the later rounds, but after that cut, that was kind of the start at the end, really, wasn't it?
Well, I mean, that cut was in round, what, 3 or 2? You know?
Yeah.
But fair play to Josh Kelly. I mean, he's not
some big shots. He took some big shots.
He did, and he's not a big puncher. And if you're not a big puncher, taking big punches isn't likely to be in your arsenal either. So he's a mover. He's a stylish boxer. Yeah. And fair play to him is all I have to say. Avanesyan won, and I said he'd win, but Josh Kelly put up a bigger fight than I thought he would. So fair balls to Josh Kelly. It takes balls to get into a ring. I've only ever done it once as a boxer, and that was a move around at a club show. I would have actually scored as a loss for me, 2 points to 1. But anyway.
But, you know, at the end of the day.
At the end of the day.
All the fights.
At the end of the day, it's a little bit closer.
Yeah.
That's Les Mis, by the way.
The fights tonight, from the bottom of the card to the main event, have all been great, haven't they?
I think we've been spoiled with the fight tonight. Monsieur Hearn, with this card, you are really spoiling us.
So, what are you going for with, what's your fight of the evening?
Oh, it's so bloody difficult, but I'm going to have to go to the fight immediately prior to this one.
So we're going Marku versus Charlton.
Thank you. It wasn't that I forgot their name. Rylan versus Baku, as I was calling him. Yeah. I'm scared tonight.
Yeah,
that's my sham.
It was definitely a tough fight.
Oh, that was some right hook there, and then left to the body. Oh, and a right and a left, and 3 rights.
Yeah, blimey. That shot to the body hurt, didn't it? You could see.
Oh, every shot hurt. I mean, Josh Kelly deserves great credit for sticking in there.
I'm going to be honest; those body shots were crippling, weren't they?
Oh, absolutely. But did you not see the overheads smashing down on his head at the end? Like, sure, they'd kill him.
We had when in doubt, wing it. He's turned around and said, I agree. We got 2 agrees tonight, Ender.
But sure, there was nothing to disagree with. Like, facts are facts.
I know, but it's always nice, isn't it?
Yeah, but obviously you have got good quality guys following you that know what they're talking about. So they understand boxing and they can see what we see. So that's why we're all in agreement, because we know good shit when we see it. You know? We're like from John Travolta when he's in Pulp Fiction, and he's buying the cocaine off your man, you know, and he's like, yeah, and he said he was out in Holland, you know, and oh yeah, don't talk to me about that shit. I cut you the cleanest shit. I know good shit. So your followers obviously know good boxing and know how to score a fight and understand the full techniques of a fight game, and aren't just pretty boys in tans and short, what's it called, those skinny jeans out for the fight. Those 4 lads. What a pair of 2 pairs of tossers.
Anyway, moving on from those. Just before, obviously, the event started, Eddie Hearn obviously broke the news, didn't he, about Dillian Whyte versus Povetkin, saying that it's been delayed 3 weeks because Dillian couldn't get out of Portugal because it's pretty much turned into a red flag zone, even though they tried to get him into Spain. And yeah, so it's been delayed 3 weeks, so it'll happen on March the 27th in Gibraltar.
That's almost as believable as Carol Frampton's hand story. But luckily, it suddenly moves to a venue that suits certain people that shall remain untouchable in the venues where those fights are.
We've got more comments, Ender, and then we'll end on a good one. We've got boys ongoing. Thanks for the chat. When in doubt, wing it.
Well, fair play when in doubt, Wingy. You were on the ball all evening. Good chat. Good chat.
Yeah. He's put great chats he sent in a separate one. Yeah, honestly, really
But you were good too.
Really appreciate him coming on. And
you knew your stuff.
If he ever wants to come on a live stream with us, you're more than welcome. Just
Yeah.
send us details and we can sort that out.
But if you're better looking than Joel, you won't be allowed.
Yeah.
That's why ugly munters like me are allowed.
Don't be like that. Don't be like that. But no, it's all good. It's all good. You
Look
know.
fair, Joel. Look
as I say, thanks for coming on, Ender. As
no
always.
problem, Joel. I enjoyed that. I enjoyed my dinner during the first fight, and I enjoyed being with you for the remaining fights. They were all very interesting and exciting fights. The kind of the worst fight of the night was poor Romford Bull's fight because his opponent was so awful. Yeah. You know, like a good journeyman would have at least given him a round and a half. You know,
yeah, we're looking forward to the progress there, aren't we?
Oh, absolutely, but
especially when the fans are back.
But I'd rather have good quality journeymen guiding him along than just rubbish like that was there tonight.
There you go.
I mean? He needs to learn.
I'll take you up on that. You're more than welcome. Honestly, send me a message in the description below and we'll sort something out. That'd be really good to have you on. Yeah. And
don't forget, guys, on Box Nation tonight at 4 a.m., there's the big Mexican fight. The two Mexicans are fighting. That's live on Box Nation. For anyone that has it or anyone that can access it through any means, we don't know. We saw nothing. I know nothing.
Yeah, exactly. It's a guy called Mexican and Mexican. So, because we don't.
Are you stealing my jokes?
I am stealing your jokes because it was good.
Yeah. You're stealing my scores now. You're stealing my jokes. You won't steal my face, though, will you? Huh?
Rachel's put 4 a.m. with loads of sleepy faces.
That's all right. You two can be asleep at 4 a.m. I live alone, so.
Well,
he leads a lonely life.
On that note, this has been JG's Fight Talk, sponsored by Rich's Boxing and Boxing Pin Badges.
Ender, boxing pin badges. What is it? Boxing pins.
Yeah, at Boxing Pins on Twitter.
At Boxing Pins on Twitter. Follow them, give them a like, and tell them Joel sent them. Well, actually, Enda sent them, but Joel's the pretty one, so just tell him he sent them.
Yeah, exactly. And yeah, I'll see you soon. Thanks for coming on, mate. I really appreciate it.
Here, take it. Take care. Thumbs up. Ding, ding. Seconds out.
Take care, mate.
Lights out, all out.